Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Strategic Command World War I, the newest Strategic Command game out by Fury Software and published by Matrix and Slitherine Games. This is episode number 6 in my Let's Play series looking at the Ludendorff campaign, which is one of 2 operational campaigns. This is a turn-based war game. The core of the game is sort of a grand strategic or grand war game that looks at all of Europe during World War I. It gives you, it's turn-based. Every turn is 2 weeks, and you control diplomacy, production, research, and fighting. In this game, across all the fronts. In this video, in this stream, we're just playing the operational scenario. There's 2 of them. One in 1914 with the German invasion in France, and one in 1918 with the German offensives in the spring of 1918. These 2 scenarios highlight the front down to just one front. It brings things down to a division or a detachment level rather than like an army and a corps level. And it makes it a very different experience because you don't deal with diplomacy. You don't deal with the entire front line. It's just one front. And I've been playing this a little bit lately. It's been on my live streams on Twitch, and I've really been enjoying it. So that's what we're returning to, episode number 6. We've gotten really close to Paris. I think we're like 2 or 3 hexes away. We've been reducing Verdun and a large part of the French army, which is stuck there. The war is going really well for the Germans, but I still kind of feel like I'm on the edge of defeat just because the British keep launching offensives that are grinding away troops on the north of our front lines, and I'm worried about my ability to maintain my progress. The second I lose momentum and have to stop my offensives elsewhere, I feel like I'll be in real trouble, because at that point, I think the American reinforcements will really start pouring through and really put us in a rough spot. But we'll keep the momentum up as long as we can. If you are interested in joining these streams in the future on my Twitch channel, because that's where this all occurred, there's a link in the description to my Twitch channel. There's also a link in the description to my Nexus GG page, which is a storefront where you can buy games, support content creators like myself, and get a Steam key, and it's all on the up and up. So if you guys are interested in that, there's also a link in the description for that. And that's enough of me chatting. Let's jump right back into this game. Yeah, the last fortress here, Fort Douai, will get double hit by artillery, but they'll also be out of supply, I think, so that'll be nice. Although they may have a reserve. Fortresses might have special supply rules, because it says 5 supply under the fortress. So I'm curious to see what that looks like. Anyway, we have more units to deploy. So the 7th Division, which I hate to deploy it away from Paris, but I feel like I do need to deploy it on the British front. New fighters. We'll deploy those on the Paris front. Meanwhile, we've got 575 left, so let's go ahead and get 2 replacement divisions purchased. Screw it. Purchase another one, even though they're going to be infantry weapon level 1. May 16th, we've got armor coming and a whole bunch of more additional troops. We'll have 1 more turn without any reinforcements, then we get 2 more divisions. Meanwhile, R&D is... Oops. R&D is coming along. Armored Warfare is working on the final version of Armored Warfare Doctrine. But let's go ahead and end the turn, and we'll enter May of 1918 and see how things shake out. French morale falls due to the loss of Verdun, as well as Fort Theumont. German morale is boosted due to the capture of Verdun. U.S. troops deploy in French service at Orléans. Gotta love the low Italian morale. They are coming from a pretty intensive fight on their own front. Krelled. It's hard to feel what's going on. Like, it feels like we're close. It feels like we're bleeding them beyond anything they could feasibly replace. But I don't know if that's true. With the wave of American reinforcements coming, I mean, we're still losing considerable casualties. We're overextended in multiple places. We just lost a division there near Lille. You know, they're keeping the pressure up in multiple places here. We're going to lose a division here near Chateau. Maybe not. The division pulled back wisely. The troops near Bar-le-Duc will probably get pursued and destroyed. Yep. So, like, this whole front now is exposed south of the Argonne Forest. Fortunately, we're going to be finishing up Verdun quickly enough that we can probably pull the troops out of there and plug the hole, but then I'm not going to have many of the Verdun troops, you know, available to me. Also, the Americans snuck in here and hit my artillery. Damn it. Is the map zoomed in? I think I can zoom out a little more. I don't know how much. It automatically zooms in when units move, I think. Maybe not. We can watch it from here, but it's still... No, I think I forgot about those troops in the south, didn't I? Compared to the base game, it is much more zoomed in the sense that it is only the Western Front. War given. This is unlike the base game, which is very clearly a strategic war game. These scenarios, the Paris one in 1914 and the Ludendorff offensive of 1918, are very clearly operational scenarios. So it's a very different gameplay. Meanwhile, I lost 2 divisions, the Landwehr division and a reserve division. Destroy that French division over here. By the way, there are now 11 American units deployed here, 66 French, 7 Belgian, 3 Italian. So I don't know if the Italians send more than the apparently 4 or so that they sent originally. Alright. This division's going to reinforce to max. We'll attack this French artillery. One of the things I feel like we are doing is we're whittling away some of the quality units in their army too. Like, destroying artillery units is big because they're expensive and they're very important on the attack and defensive. Alright, can these bombers do anything against armor? We've got 3 ground cover, really? Apparently the tanks have anti-aircraft fire. But their morale sucks when they get bombed, I guess. Tear down those colors at once. Attack those tanks. Those steel beasts. I think we've done enough damage to them, at least prevent them from attacking again. Meanwhile, let's finish off this Verdun pocket here. You can see they're down to 3 supply here and 2 at this other location. So their supply is worse than it was before. We'll get rid of this entrenchment as much as we can anyway with our existing artillery, which gets it down to half of its entrenchments. Their supply situation probably is what's preventing them from fighting much better than this. Got him! Congratulations, boys. You finished off the Verdun pocket. Now you get to race south to fight more. Are you looking forward to it? Would you like to know more? Alright, put these troops here. We're going to need to reinforce some of these guys too. Let's move this headquarters unit though also. So Verdun has fallen. One of the grand objectives of the campaign has been accomplished. Okay. All right, so Verdun has fallen. That's great news. I'm hoping they get like an extra kick in the nuts from a morale perspective, but they're below 70 now. Shift your entrenchments. Actually, maybe just reinforce. All right, let's destroy this fucker. American units really kind of suck. That's kind of funny to just be like, yep, you're gonna die. All right, let's reinforce these troops here. So we at least forestalled any push down here, I think, by crippling this detachment in this American division. We'll reinforce the units on the front line as best we can. All right. What's the situation here? The French are at 63, the British at 54, the Americans are at 11. All right, recon bomber, take a look at the 52nd Division there. All right, get a good look at Mew as well against that French division. We'll do 3 artillery bombardments to try and get their, well actually I think 2's enough, the readiness is below 50. Shit, I clicked the wrong unit to attack. Oops. Alright, I need to move some troops this direction. Destroy that American artillery. That was a mistake. Crap. Well. All right, so we crippled that Italian division, destroyed a French division up here. It was a little bit more of a scatterbrained attack than I intended. Do I have new units to deploy? I don't. So Chateau Thierry may fall because I don't have any troops there. Fudge. I could race these troops south. Not even really. None of these guys can move. Not to the right place anyway. Fuck. I probably need more troops. No, we'll just bleed them down. We'll just kill them all. I mean, the front's kind of getting thinned out to some extent up here. Defensive artillery. By the way, it looks like maybe they got a new technology for their artillery because their graphics changed. The Canadian Division, the 4th Canadian. Poor Canadians, they must die. We've broken through the north, lads. Look at this. Just clear sailing, advancing west toward Amiens. Let's go ahead and entrench these boys. On the flank. Can any of these guys entrench? Yeah, they've got enough points left. Movement points. Okay. Got that unit. Attack that artillery so they'll fall back almost certainly. March, charge, dig, sleep, repeat. Hell yeah. It's World War I, boys. What did you expect? Oh, we didn't even destroy it. They were able to retreat. Fudge. No, I didn't mean to click that button. Good thing I can pull back. Okay. I'm very curious to see how this all plays out. The British have pulled a ton of troops out of their front line. They've kind of built a couple of strong point type blobs. I hate to do this, but I might. But I hate to do it. But I kind of feel like operating these troops towards Chateau Yuri. We'll see if the Allies advance and take the city, but pulling the 107th back. I don't like doing it via rail. But it feels necessary. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. Well, we got elite artillery now. I don't know how important elite artillery is, but we've got it. These guys already attacked. All right, so Verdun is completely fallen. So French morale is probably going to fall below 60%. God, I need to destroy that tank unit. I think that's it for this turn. Let's go ahead and replace our lost division. Do we want to go for a detachment? I feel like detachments are kind of not worth it. Alright. Okay, boys. I think that's all I've got this turn. So let's go ahead and see what the allies do to counter my scattered. Any chance I can destroy that unit with air artillery? Probably not. Nope. Pull back into those trenches. So there's an American division and then 2 French divisions in Paris. The French units are at 63, which is where they ended the last turn. The British suffered pretty heavily this turn. They're down to 50. The Americans are at 10. They lost 1 unit this turn. The Belgians, I think, lost 1 unit this turn. The Italians didn't lose any. So here's the thing that scares me, guys. MPPs, which is national income. The Germans are floating right around where their income is. That's us. The British, this turn anyway, lost way more than they've lost a couple of times more than their income is, but generally they're staying below. Their losses are staying below, or at least their losses are staying below their income. The French are doomed. Like, they're always above their income. That's the green line here. The red line's the losses. So the French, that's why they're attriting so quickly. The Italians have no income, so their losses are their losses. Unless they have like scheduled reinforcements, I don't think they're going to get anything. So that's actually nice to see. The Americans, meanwhile, they're pretty much always well below. So the British and the Americans are well below their income level. The French are the only thing that's holding us up in terms of maybe we can bleed them dry. But we'll see. We're going to move forward 1 more turn. We'll probably play 1 more turn tonight and see what happens. By the way, Pax X911, thanks for the sub. I just noticed that was 40 minutes ago. And Light Co, thank you for the sub, 47 minutes ago. Sorry I missed you guys. And Smooth Action, thank you for the follow. Okay, so we're going into the next turn. The Americans, of course, move into Chateau Thierry. They take that. It is a key rail line. It does move directly west, although it doesn't link up with any of our advanced positions, so maybe it's not that big a deal that we lost it. Looks like some additional reinforcements moved into Bar-le-Duc. Gonna bomb Lille. Bomb your own people. I still don't feel like air ground bombardment aircraft are terribly useful in this game. I don't know if they like give a modifier to units that attack that unit later, or if it's just a morale hit. It seemed like the British tanks morale was really low after we hit them with that. That unit would just pull back rather than sit there and get annihilated. That's what you're supposed to do, is retreat. Meanwhile, that advanced division of ours in the southern French has got to cut off. Brilliant. Fuck! The American Marines just bypassed our front line on that rail line and... No! The Belgians are advancing unopposed into Belgium. I stripped my front line too thin in a few places. Apparently. Wait, so they moved, surrounded, and then still had enough movement points? What wizardry is this? The Belgians are advancing is not something you hear every day. Were there any Belgian troops with the Dutchmen? Is that offensive? The Hollanders? I don't know. The Dutch troops at Waterloo. All right, so we get two replacement divisions. That'll be useful. So they also advanced in toward Valmy, which to me seems foolish because now I can just surround them. Do a recon bomber here. Got him. American division down, boys. American division down. Okay, maybe in 19 the final triumph. I don't know if there's like a fixed end date for this campaign or not, to be honest. Over the top, boys. Keep blowing that whistle. Oh, you're kidding. You didn't destroy that guy? All right, we'll get the 10th Division there. Shattered. We're flanking them, boys. We could form another pocket here if I just advance these guys down this way. Destroy 3 more units. Although it potentially would. I don't know. This whole situation at Chateau Theory is a little bit concerning. They pulled back from Campania, huh? Well, that'll give me a chance to reinforce these troops up here who are actually really good, but they're going to lose a lot of experience by these reinforcements. Actually, I think I'd rather you dig in. You will reinforce. Okay. Oh, nice. This French division in front of Paris of 1 to 5. I'll take that for sure. Got him. Enforce these guys up to full strength. Okay. Alright, so I think we've secured this southern flank for now. I am tempted to swing these guys around and cut these guys off, though. We could do this. We could swing this unit here. It's a very narrow... I mean, they could definitely advance west, but I don't think they'd break out that way. So these guys are in theory surrounded, but I don't, you know, and actually we've got 2 new divisions. So we can place one of them in their way, at least marginally in their way, prevent a total breakout west. So we've surrounded the 1st US Division, the Big Red 1, the 161st French, and the 2nd Canadian. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. That unit may get destroyed next turn. Yeah, I don't want to attack there. Let's reinforce this artillery as best we can. God damn. Die. Resorting to human wave tactics here to finish off this French division, it would seem. So it's kind of like the historical end of the German spring offensives, where they kind of did do that. But we did destroy that guy. Hell yeah. All right. Let's operate this artillery to a place where I can use it better. It's a little too close to the front for my comfort, but reinforce this guy fully. Let's reinforce all these air units around here. Meanwhile, Verdun, the units we haven't moved forward in a rush that are on rail lines, so we can quickly redeploy them. Alright, he's not on a rail line, so I can't, but I'll advance him this way. So what are these guys? These guys have 51 morale. The tank crews don't like their tanks, I guess. Our attack bombers can do some damage to them. Nice. Really wrecks their morale. Unfortunately, my infantry still can't do anything versus them. What do you want to do? Oh, we drove them back. Okay. So we did drive these guys back. They're going to have to spend, actually. All right, so we badly mauled those British tanks. I guess air attacks are worth something in this game. Gonna pull these troops back from the front line toward Mulhouse, and we'll evacuate into the interior of this part of the front. These troops should be able to barely get back into supply, I think. These French should be out of supply, but they're going to advance in and take Altrich, but that's fine. All right. I think I've already done what I can do in that pocket. They like advance themselves into a pocket. Why would you do that again? Just to get back to... Lol. First Belgian division, lol. Thanks, I guess, for the easy unit destroyed. Boys, we're on the offensive. We're going to avenge Belgium. No, you're going to die. But nice try. Well, they could have surrendered, Andrew. It's not like I shot prisoners. I certainly didn't refuse to take prisoners. I wonder if there's any troops at Roy. If I had air, I could do some recon. There are! God damn it. I just lost half a division trying to figure that out. Captain, are you talking about World War I or World War II? Because there's a lot of myths around that in World War II. Or so I'm told. Okay, reinforce a lot of these troops here this turn. Elite reinforcements for my artillery. The one thing is the way the experience works in these types of games is like the more times you fight, the more experience you get. And so like artillery units, obviously, they're going to be like crack troops after a little while because they very rarely take casualties because counter battery fire isn't a thing in this game. Okay. New units. I'm going to deploy the 220th. Maybe we deploy them on the front line in the south here? I don't know. Like, the south is such a Swiss cheese at the moment. Piece of Swiss cheese at the moment. But the north isn't in great shape either. Part of me is just going to leave this gap here because if they want to charge forward there and get another unit destroyed, by all means, let them. I need more units at Paris. I need so many more units in Paris. But the key is just being within like 4 hexes of Paris or 8 hexes of Paris within, I think it's 4 hexes of Paris by June. And we're definitely, I don't think we're at risk of losing that. I think we'll deploy them in the south. Heavy German bombers. The heavy bombers will be useful in the Paris front. And that's going to do it for this turn. I'm a little nervous about this guy surviving, but hopefully these guys decide not to attack. Actually, let's try and destroy this British division before we finish up. Well, didn't destroy it, did cripple it. Did destroy it. There you go, boys. Good job. Another enemy division down. So, as we look to wrap up May 8th, the British have fallen below 50 divisions for the first time. They're down to 49 divisions. The French are at 61 divisions. I think that's a low, but it may not be. I think we might have gotten them down to like 60 or 59 at one point. The Americans are at 10, the French at 3, or the Italians at 3, the Belgians at 6. Germany's at 115. I think our high was around 122. We take a look at the losses. We've lost 16 units. The French 75, the British 27, the Americans 10, the Italians 1, and the Belgians 3. So far in terms of losses, definitely going our way, although a little bit early to still say the campaign is going our way. We've got 68 more MPPs available to us. We can invest that. So we're going to go ahead and invest 50 of that into armored warfare and try and move that toward level 4. Even though I don't really have many tanks, I do have one tank unit that we did buy that is on the way. And then I've got the one K-Wagen already deployed. With that being said, I do appreciate you tuning in for yet another episode of Strategic Command World War I. We had a great victory at Verdun in today's episode, finishing off the French troops that were surrounded there. And I think, I know I said I'm not sure if the war is going our way. It's pretty clear the war is going our way. I don't think it's beyond repair for the Allies yet, but I think we're doing okay. Let me know your thoughts below. Let me know what you'd like to see more of. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And until next time, as always, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I'm out.